Why do you feel like you are working harder than ever, yet achieving less? Why the smallest stumble, like missing one day at the gym, make you feel like whole week is ruined, pushing you back into bed? And why, when you set those grand, beautiful New Year resolutions, do they feel exciting on January 1st, but utterly pointless by February? Welcome back to Journey with Jenny. Today we are reading Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is actually the second book in our 100 Books Plan 2026. And if you want to know more about my reading 100 books in 2026, please check the comments below. And now let's get back to the book. The core thesis of Atomic Habits is profound yet simple. Mastering tiny, near invisible changes in behavior is the only path to profound, lasting self-improvement. The compound effect of small habits will either lift you to your desired destiny or bury you beneath years of mediocrity. We are going to deconstruct the operational blueprint for sustainable change, focusing on building systems, not chasing goals. Most people approach change from an outcome-based perspective. They say, I want to lose 10 kg or I want to write a book. These are goals, and goals are fine, but they miss most crucial element, identity. James Clear argues that true change happens when you shift your focus from what you want to achieve to who you wish to become. We must prioritize identity over outcomes. Every action you make is a vote for the type person you wish to be. If your outcome goal is write a book, your identity goal should be I am a writer. When faced with choices between watching TV or writing 500 words, the person who identifies as a writer makes a choice automatically. Becomes integrated into their sense of self. The goal is temporary, the identity is permanent. Identity shift helps us navigate the plateau of latent potential. We often start habits with great enthusiasm, but results are non-linear. In the beginning, effort far outweighs visible reward, like chipping away at a massive block of ice. Nothing seems to happen for ages, but below the surface, work is accumulating. This is the valley of disappointment, where most people quit. They quit right before breakthrough. When you focus on being the system, when you focus on being the type person who shows up, you gain the patience to endure this latent period. Understanding that 1% improvement every day means you will be 37 times better by the end of the year. Forget goals, fall in love with process. Clear provides the 4 laws of behavior change. The first two laws help you start a habit by making the cue irresistible. The first law is making it obvious. We often rely on vague intentions. The human brain hates ambiguity. To make a habit stick, you need 2 immediate strategies: habit stacking and environment design. Habit stacking is the genius trick of leveraging existing habits to arch new ones. The formula is after current habit, I will start a new habit. For instance, after I finish my morning coffee, and I will immediately read 10 pages of my book. You don't need motivation, you just need to follow the sequence. The current habit is the cue for the new habit. Environment design means making the cues for your good habits visible and the cues for your bad habits invisible. If you want to practice guitar, leave it standing in the middle of your living room. If you want to stop checking your phone, put it in a drawer in another room. The simplest way to break a bad habit is to reduce the exposure to cue that triggers it. Now, for the second law, make it attractive. We pursue habits that flood our brains with dopamine. To make necessary but boring habits more attractive, use temptation building. You pair an action you need to do with an action you want to do. For example, I will only listen to my favorite podcast, which I want, while I am doing household chores or exercising, which I need. This makes the initial activation energy lower because your brain anticipates the immediate reward, making the chore feels like a price of enter the enjoyable activity. The final 2 laws deal with sustaining the habit and preventing backsliding. The third law is make it easy. This perhaps the most critical insight for people by all or nothing thinking. When motivation is low, effort becomes the enemy. Clear emphasize the concept of minimum viable action, codified in the 2-minute rule. The goal of the first action is not to complete the task, it is simply to start it. Every habit can be scaled down to a version that takes less than 2 minutes to perform. If you want to run a marathon, your goal is not to run 5K today, your 2-minute goal should be put on your running shoes. If you want to write an essay, your 2-minute goal is to open a document and type the title. The purpose is to master art of showing up. Once you start, momentum takes over, and it's easier to continue the task than to stop. You prioritize action over motion. Motion such like planning, reading about exercising doesn't produce results. Only action such as putting on shoes and writing the first sentence does. Finally, the fourth law, make satisfying. We repeat behaviors when the experience is enjoyable or rewarding, even if the reward is small. The problem with good habits like exercising is that their rewards, better health, are delayed, while the cost such as sore muscles is immediate. The problem with bad habits like procrastination is the opposite. The reward is immediate relaxation. To overcome this, we must invent immediate positive reinforcement. For good habits, the simplest method is a habit tracker. Making an X on a calendar after meditating is a visual cue of immediate progress. It signals that you cast a vote for your desired identity today. Never break the chain. If you miss a day, that's fine, but never miss twice. The greatest danger is not the first slip, but establishing a pattern of failure. So, in our modern Chinese context, especially among high-functioning women approaching 40, such as me, we are constantly bombarded by the pressure of speeding. We want rapid promotion, quick fluency, instantaneous results. We crave the spectacular 100 km jump, not a subtle 1% gain. This craving of speed is the root of burnout and performance anxiety. We mistake patience for weakness. What James Clear gave me was a quiet, profound confidence. When I stopped worrying about the final outcome and simply ensured that my system was operational today, that I cast my vote for the identity I wanted, the anxiety just melted away. Patience in context of atomic habits is not waiting passively. It is the active, peaceful confidence that the compound effect is working for you silently, inevitably, below the surface. Focus on the system today and the result will take care of themselves tomorrow. So if you take away just one idea from Atomic Book, let it be this. Your goal do not define your success. Your daily system do. Become obsessed with a tiny 1% improvement. Design an environment that makes showing up inevitable and prioritize the identity of the person you want to become. What is one tiny 2-minute habit you are going to stack into your day starting right now? Please share it in the comments below, and thanks for joining me on this journey. See you next book.